Greetings, everyone. Mejia here, RNAV Systems, Project Manager for Special Operations Technologies. Today, we're going to cover how do we conduct a compass calibration using the RNAV. Today, we're going to talk about why we want to do it and how do we do it. The RNAV is a grab-and-go system, meaning that you can power on the RNAV, give it a route, and you can go. Because of its integrated sensors, it's going to get you where you need to be in ballpark. However, in order to make that a lot more accurate, you're going to want to calibrate your system. You want to calibrate it to the environment. Same thing, as there's two methods that we can use. One, we can use a compass calibration, and the other method is we can do a transalignment, which is going to calibrate the gyro. Once you actually do these two calibrations or do a calibration, and you're going to use that specific sensor for navigation, it is guaranteed that your navigation is going to be a lot more accurate as long as you follow the basic fundamentals. So when do we want to do a compass calibration? Well, you want to do a compass calibration whenever you're you change the environment, you're going long distance that you haven't been in before, different areas of operation. Whenever you're introducing new equipment to the dock profile, whenever you change batteries, whenever you change your buddy, so on and so forth. Why? Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get that the natural magnetic interference between you, the DPD, and the equipment and the environment to be calibrated within the RNAV. It's quite simple. How do we do it? But generally, in order to take that magnetic deviation out, to have that compass perform a lot better, you're going to want to be able to actually get that good compass calibration in. So we're going to talk about how do we actually do it. So once you have your RNAV powered on, you're going to just go to menu. From there, you're going to toggle over. You're going to do system, and then you're going to go to diagnostics. So once we're in diagnostics, you're going to be uniquely be on the screen, and you're going to see that the button on the bottom left where it says begin calibration. So before we start, what we're going to do is we're going to want to actually get in the water with you and your buddy on the DPD, if you're using DPD or just with the RNAV in handheld, and you want to just introduce everything it's going to be natural to the dive profile to the RNAV. It does not help if your buddy is holding the equipment in the shallow while you go into the water and do a compass cal. It doesn't help if you're doing it in the parking lot or on a boat ramp, because the environment, obviously the metal, reinforced metal, piers, pylons, so on and so forth, are going to have an effect on the compass. So in order for you to get a really, really good compass calibration, you want to get in the water with your buddy, and then you're going to want to do a 360 once you hit begin calibration. Now for your 360, you want it to be nice, wide, and slow. The reason for that is because what we're trying to do is we're going to try to capture 32 specific points for the sensors. So now those 32 points are correlated to the 360 degree radius, which is nothing more than pretty much equivalent to 11.25 degrees. So you're going to see that if you do one nice wide turn, the system's, as it's processing every 11.25 degrees, it's going to register a calibration point. As you guys see right below it is this thing called the current score. So once we start acquiring your points, and depending on how good or how it registered properly, it's going to produce an output saying like, hey, your calibration is good, or you need to sort of do a little better. And the current score at the end of 32 points, we're going to want to get 0.3 or below. Anything 0.3 or below, it's going to be highlighted in green. Anything above 0.3 is going to be highlighted in yellow, meaning that, hey, you did a compass cal, but you probably could do it a little bit better if you want increased accuracy. Is it required? No. Like we said, the system is grip it and rip it. Down here also, we have this thing called save calibration. So in the event that you guys are doing your calibration and you have to immediately go, hey, you've been given the word that, hey, it's time to dive right now, because whatever mission you guys are doing, you can, if you're in the middle of your compass cal, you can actually just save. And just remember, hey, if you saved 6 points, 10 points, 20, 30 points, 31 points, something is better than nothing. So you're saying that, hey, we added a little bit of calibration in this so that the navigation can be a lot better. So the simple settings, you just want to make sure that map baiting is on, adapt nav is off, which is normal. Calibration mode is going to be auto. From here, we're just going to hit begin calibration, and we're going to go in a nice, slow, wide turn until we get all 32 points. So as I'm turning the RNAV, you just want to go nice and slow, nothing crazy. Like we said, if you guys just saw that the color changes from green to yellow, it's going to happen. So I'm just going to try to slow it down nice and wide. Obviously, remember what we're trying to do is calibrate each one of those points that correlates to 32 points over a 360-degree circle. So nice and slow. If you do it right, generally on a DPD, you should be able to do it in one big, wide, slow circle. Some people get it in two, but if you realize that you're doing more than 2 or 3 circles, it means one, you're either going too fast or your circles are just a little bit too narrow, meaning you want to sort of widen it out to give that compass and that system to actually time to calibrate. So once it's done, it's automatically going to save and your current score is going to be on there. So like we said, we wanted a 0.3 or better. Here we got a 0.08, which is a phenomenal score. So with this, you're ready to dive on compass. Mind you, we haven't calibrated the gyro, which is going to be a different video. For now, if you're going to navigate with the compass, it is currently calibrated. Really, that is all you have to do. Then you can close it. You can actually close out and you begin to dive. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me and safe diving.